This week, Mike digs through his video game shoebox to hang out with everyone's favourite 3-foot rabbity thing. Angelo's latest review looks at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. How does the latest in the series stack up? And we take a look at the current state of esports in Australia from the recent World of Tanks APAC finals in Sydney. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this week, just like last week, we start things off talking about everybody's favourite Metal Gear Solid creator, Hideo Kojima. Specifically, the fact that the man himself will be attending this year's Game Awards on December 1st, which is good, as he's being presented with the Industry Icon Award. Last year, Kojima-san was unable to attend the Game Awards thanks to some contractual issues with former publisher Konami, but it looks like this year he will be appearing at the Microsoft Theatre in style. The Game Awards will be held on Thursday, December 1st. Stay tuned to Player Attack for all the details. Player Attack also has all the news about the latest in the lawsuit between Valve and the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. The case has been going on for more than 3 years now, with the consumer group arguing that the Seattle publisher misled the Australian public and breached local consumer law by refusing to offer refunds. Despite the fact that Valve now happily provides refunds to Steam users all over the world, the ACCC would like more of an apology and is asking for $3 million. Even now, that could change. The consumer watchdog has also filed for an injunction to double-check whether Valve's new policy is actually compliant with Australian consumer law. We should know the answer and the price tag before the end of January. In other news, Xbox celebrated its 15th anniversary over the past week, and Microsoft has revealed a whole bunch of statistics by way of celebration. Let's start at the top. Nearly 222.5 million players have booted up at least one of the 3 generations of Xbox console, including the original Xbox, the Xbox 360, and the current generation, the Xbox One. Together, they have played for more than 100 billion hours, or 11 million years, unlocked more than 32 billion achievements, and racked up a combined gamer score of nearly 572 billion. And of course, they haven't done this alone. There are more than 4 billion Xbox Live friendships floating around the ether. No. Anyway, amid the festivities, there's something a bit weird happening in the world of Xbox. Game publishers are reprinting their old Xbox 360 games and selling them to Xbox One fans, capitalising on the new backward compatibility. Copies of Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition and the BFG edition of Doom 3 have both popped up in retail stores, showing that Bethesda, at least, is not afraid to attract new gamers to older games. But don't worry, Bethesda is also working on stuff for PlayStation 4. Mod support has finally been added to Fallout 4, with the developer also promising support for the PS4 Pro. That said, the PS4 Pro support will not support native 4K rendering. Sorry. But there's another thing that Bethesda's working on too, if we can believe the hype. We saw it in the reveal trailer, and there are some persistent rumours doing the rounds, but at the moment Bethesda has refused to confirm whether or not Skyrim really is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully, we should hear more about that and the 3D open-world Mario title that's also been hinted at in Nintendo's January press event. One game that should definitely be featured at that event is, of course, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is due out sometime in 2017. However, Nintendo sources have suggested that Link's next outing will not be a launch title for the new console due to needing more localization than can fit in by the March console release. Nintendo has confirmed one other thing though. Super Mario Run, the publisher's first real smartphone game, will launch on iPhone and iPad from December 15. It's a continuous runner where you must tap to help a familiar plumber jump over obstacles, avoid enemies, gather coins, and reach the flagpole at the end of the level. Don't let the premium price tag deter you. It's a one-time fee, with Shigeru Miyamoto himself promising there will be no further microtransactions or in-app purchases. Moving right along into quick news, and Ubisoft has rushed to cover up a particularly embarrassing graphical issue in the freshly released Watch Dogs 2. We can't show you the graphic in question, but let's just say that an NPC lady in the game had made a revealing choice in the underwear department. So revealing, in fact, that sharing images of the lady in question has gotten at least one person suspended from the PlayStation Network due to Sony's policies when it comes to adult content. Ubisoft has literally been caught with their pants down and has taken steps to return some dignity to the poor lady in a new patch. Now, popular game gets a sequel is an inevitable headline these days, so it should be no surprise that Respawn Entertainment says it's pretty safe to assume that it will continue the Titanfall franchise beyond the second game, which launched this month. The developer says it would like to tell more of the story and the universe, but acknowledges that EA has the final say. And finally for us this week, there is good news and bad news from the world of Overwatch. The good news? Sombra is here.
EMP activated. Bet you didn't see that coming.
The 1.5 patch has also brought with it the Eco Point Antarctica map and support for the PS4 Pro, as well as the usual tweaks and changes in the endless quest for balance. Ana, Lucio, Mei and Zarya have been nerfed. D.Va, Mercy, Pharah, Soldier 76 and Widowmaker have been buffed, and Torbjorn has been changed a bit. The bad news comes if you've been hanging out for the promised Overwatch graphic novel. Titled Overwatch First Strike, it was going to tell the story of the founding of Overwatch during the Omnic Crisis. However, over the years since the game and the graphic novel were first dreamed up, the Overwatch universe has grown and changed, with evolving stories becoming more refined, and unfortunately, the story that was going to be told in the graphic novel simply wasn't what happened anymore. Happily, the team acknowledges that the new origin story is one that many fans are excited for, and we are told there are a number of stories in development that will rise to the surface within coming months. See it as a sort of consolation prize for no new comic. For more information on any of these stories, or to keep up to date with the latest gaming news, head to playerattack.com. But for now, stick around, we've got plenty more still to come.